Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping.
Mystery, fear, and enigma encompass the seafaring ghost ships, or phantom ships' tales that have been passed around throughout centuries by sailors. Some of them might sound absurd, but others have a rather disturbing truth to them. These mysterious ships are narrated as spectral phantasms that materialize in the middle of the sea and disappear quickly, which for sure can send a shiver down any sane man's spine. Can you imagine what it was like being a sailor at the time? And forget the happy, merry-making Popeye stories. There's nothing that strikes fear more in the hearts of seafaring men than finding abandoned ships adrift, left desolated under fearsome and cryptic circumstances. And even though some of these ships met their demise more than 100 years ago, they still continue to provoke speculation and fearful anticipation. With that being said, let's take a look at 10 of the most mysterious incidences involving ships and submarines around the world. Number 10. The Kaliuche. It is a legend of Joyita mythology, where it's described as a ghost ship which comes into being every night near the island of Chilo. It says the ship carries the spirits of all the people who have drowned at sea, and some of these spirits are vengeful, feeling betrayed by the heavens that they got to meet their demise before they were able to get to land and achieve their dreams in life. The Kaliuche is strikingly beautiful and bright, as always surrounded by party music sounds and laughter. However, it only stays for a few moments, and then suddenly disappears or submerges itself under the water. 3 Joyita water spirits, the Serena Joyita, the Pincoya, and the Pikoi, who resemble mermaids, summon the spirits of the drowned. And if these spirits find you, legend has it that you'll find yourself pulled to the land of the dead to join other mourning spirits in utter torture and agony. Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell, and you will get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it, it really works. Number 9. The SS Valencia. In 1906, the SS Valencia sank off the coast of Vancouver, British Columbia, after encountering bad weather near Cape Mendocino, and thereafter became a subject of mysterious ghost stories. Eventually, 37 of merely 108 people were saved using lifeboats, among which one simply disappeared. Since then, many fishermen have claimed to witness ghost ship sightings with human skeletons decades after the ship sank. And once they see these ships, no more fishing, it's straight back to the shores. Number 8. The O Ring Marion. In 1947, 2 American ships, while passing through the Strait of Malacca, went off to a rescue mission after receiving a distress call from O Ring Marion. The caller claimed to be a crew member and conveyed the message of the death of everyone else on board. His words weirdly ended with, "I die." The rescuers found the ship unharmed, but the entire crew, including the dog, were dead with terrified faces and expressions. Before further investigation, the abandoned ship caught fire and exploded. The probable reason could be overexposure to nitroglycerin, which it was carrying illegally. The other mysterious probability is that a supposed alien invasion had captured the vessel first. Now that's a bit of a stretch, don't you think? Number 7. The Carol A. Deering. This ship ran aground in the notorious Diamond Shoals near Cape Hatteras, North Carolina, in 1921, where it was stuck for several days before any rescue team arrived. Later, the Coast Guard found that equipment, logbook, and 2 lifeboats were missing from the abandoned ship, which was surprisingly undamaged. Investigation showed few other ships had also disappeared under mysterious circumstances around the same time, which could be the pirates' barbarity, crew's mutiny, or extraterrestrial activity around the infamous Bermuda Triangle. In fact, there have been numerous tragedies surrounding the Bermuda Triangle, and it makes you wonder what exactly could be going on in this strange and ancient place. Could it be the influence of aliens? Could it be a government conspiracy? I guess we'll never know, will we? It's one of those mysteries that you'll find on this earth, and you'll probably die before knowing the actual truth. Number 6. The Baichimo. Built in the early 1920s, this is one of the real-life ghost ships which, in 1931, became trapped in the pack ice near Alaska, leaving only one option for the owner, Hudson Bay Company, which was to abandon it. However, it amazingly remained adrift for the next 38 years, and was frequently sighted floating aimlessly in the waters off Alaska. Weather conditions have always made it impossible to salvage, but since 1969, it has disappeared completely. A few expedition programs have since been launched to trace back the mysterious ghost ship. Number 5. The Octavias. The Octavias became more than just a legend back in 1775, when a whaling ship named the Herald found it aimlessly drifting off the coast of Greenland, with all of its crew frozen dead by the Arctic cold. To add to the spooky environment, the ship's captain was found sitting at his desk, with a logbook in front of him and finishing a log entry from 1762. This probably means that the Octavias could have been floating for 13 years and completed its passage to the Atlantic while returning to England from the Orient via the Northwest Passage as a ghost ship. Number 4. The Joyita. In 1955, this fishing and charter boat was found abandoned in the South Pacific, 5 weeks after it had been reported missing. The air search mission could not trace it until a merchant ship found it drifting almost 600 miles off its original source, with no sign of crew or cargo. There was a doctor's bag and several bloody bandages on the deck, and the radio was tuned to the universal distress signal. But what actually happened there was never revealed, as none of the crew were ever seen again. Number 3. The Ladylovabond. An interesting story of love, jealousy, and rage complements the tale of this haunted ship. In 1748, the day before Valentine's Day, it was set to sail as a celebration of the ship's captain's wedding. Nevertheless, his friend, who was completely in love with her, out of vengeance, steered the ship into the notorious Goodwin Sands, sinking it and killing all on board. Since then, it could be seen every 50 years sailing around Kent. Indeed, 1798, 1848, 1898, and 1948 has witnessed this ship sightseeing, and some boats had actually sent out rescuers, assuming it was in distress, but later could not be found. Although there was no confirmed spotting in 1998, this famous ghost ship continues to be a legend. And now we've come to the best pick of the day. I wonder how some of the crew members in such a situation felt when they saw their ship sinking right before their eyes. I bet they were completely terrified as it dawned on them that there was absolutely nothing that they could do. You can only imagine the fear in their eyes as they saw their life flash before them. Number 2. The Mary Celeste. Probably the most famous real-life ghost ship story embraces the Mary Celeste, found adrift in the Atlantic Ocean in 1872 in a completely unharmed condition, with all its sails still up, the crew's personal belongings intact, and a cargo hold of over 1,500 alcohol barrels were all untouched. The only things missing were the lifeboats, the captain's logbook, and, most importantly, the entire crew. Since pirate attacks could not be held responsible for such a phenomenon, theories of crew mutiny, waterspout killing, or consumption of poisonous food were considered the most probable causes. However, the most reasonable explanation could be that there was a storm of some kind, or a technical issue, compelling the crew to immediately abandon the ship in the lifeboat and die later at sea. Apart from this, the mystery of this haunted ship is also surrounded by theories of ghosts, and even sea monsters and alien abduction guesses. Number 1. The Flying Dutchman. In maritime folklore, this ghost ship has left the maximum impact like no other, by inspiring numerous paintings, films, books, operas, and much more. Van der Decken, the captain, on its way towards the East Indies with sheer determination, tried to steer his ship through the adverse weather condition of the Cape of Good Hope, but failed miserably even after vowing to drift until he took his final breath. Legend says that since then, they have been cursed to sail the oceans for eternity. To this day, hundreds of fishermen and sailors from deep sea have claimed to have witnessed the Flying Dutchman continuing its never-ending voyage across the waters. But with that being said, we've come to the end of this video, so which one of these abandoned ships would totally freak you out the most if you came across it while out on the high seas? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section down below. Want more videos that'll exist until the end of time? Click on any of the videos that you see on the screen. And as always, thanks for watching.